Good morning. Hope everybody's having a great time getting all set up for Halloween. I know it's been a very busy and crazy couple of weeks already here at Sanctuary of Spooks as we've been busily getting ready for our haunt. Our party is 2 weeks away from last Friday, so I'm down to about 12 days yet now to totally be ready. And I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I know I've shown a lot of my props and build props and stuff, but I thought I'd show you a little bit of the more tedious and less exciting part of animatronics. For those of us that don't work in a big shop and don't have apprentices to do all the dirty work, we have to do it all ourselves. So I thought I'd give you a little peek at that, see what goes into finishing off some of these props. So let's go around and take a look. This is just one of the staging areas here as we get ready to set up. Of course, the all-important pain reliever for after the job is done. Need plenty of that. But this is a couple of the skeleton we've been working on for the skeleton and witch scene. And it's been coming along really good, but I just wanted to kind of show some of the other stuff that goes into this besides all the fun and exciting stuff. And even the things about adding chains to this and getting the chains to wrap on the arms. I thought I might show you how I do that. Of course, you could always zip tie those on, but I think this is a little bit more realistic looking. And just some of the tools here. But the way I go about it is cut the link, then cut a couple of pieces of dowel, glue those into there, and reattach the chain, add the other part, and reglue it in. And then you've got a nice strong piece there. It'll break on the other links, but those links that you put the dowels in won't. But just some of the stuff that's always seems to be required. Lots of servo extensions, lots of power supplies, pop rivets, zip ties, screws, glue, servo testers, lots of air line for the animatronics for all the pneumatics, boxes and boxes of screws that I keep on hand. Hate having to run to Home Depot to pick something up if I need it. But wanted to kind of take a look at maybe the back of this guy and show you a little bit behind the scenes of everything that goes into this. Getting something like this wired up and put together, even after you've got it operating correctly, is a huge job. Brian spent a lot of time building these boxes, these custom boxes for the microcontrollers. Of course, there's nothing on the market to do exactly what we want, but then of course all the electrical, all the servo lines, all the air lines have to be attached, flushed up to the back of the flat, so that this can be mounted up against the fence without anything being able to get hooked and get caught and pulled out. So a lot of hours here doing all this behind the scenes work. So make sure to factor that into your timing when you start setting these things up. It's not just doing the electronics and the mechanisms, it's also finishing them. And even here, where we had the witch running very well and all the mechanisms working, you still have to clothe her. And to do that, that means we've got to put some type of coverage over the top of all these big gears to keep the clothing out. So found a Tupperware that was just perfect for the neck to hide all of those and keep the clothing out of those mechanisms. Pop riveted on some aluminum, added some heavy brackets here, and now this will be plenty firm. Once I get the dress on it, I'll get the exact fit and bend this, and I still have all the mobility and everything for my servos that I need. So again, a big job trying to get that, and then get all the wiring so none of this wiring can get caught on any of the clothing and be pulled out. You don't want to be chasing down separated servo wires. So, we'll get all of these zip ties. We go through a lot of zip ties here. So, just make sure that you finish the props, you spend plenty of time, or give yourself plenty of time to do this final work that's so important to have your props work reliably for the entire time of your haunt. So, just thought you'd be interested in seeing some of the more mundane parts of the animatronic building process. And I hope you guys all have a great, happy, exciting, and spooky Halloween. Talk to you on the other side. Happy Halloween.